Okay, then I think we can start now. Hello, my name is Don Kim. Today is the last day of Basic Python programming course. So before we start, I want to say something to you. This time was an honor to meet you, and I'm really thank you for taking our lessons. So then let's get started. Today we will learn about Pygame. So we will study about some concepts of Pygame and apply the Pygame in the exercise session and lab session. So Pygame is a free Python library for video games. So today we will make some games for exercise and lab session. Pygame is a simple tool for making a game. It is really simple to use and convenient to use. So let's start. First, before we use the Pygame, similar to yesterday, we need to download Pygame. So we installed the OpenCV yesterday. So similar to yesterday, we just need to download Pygame like yesterday. So as you know, in the setting, you can in the setting and you can find the project and then you can install the Pygame. If you have any problem to download it, you can get help from the help session. In the Mac for Mac, in the you can find the PyCharm button on the left top of your PyCharm, and then click that button, and you can find the preference button. And then if you click the preference button, you can find the setting window like as shown in this figure. So first you need to download this Pygame. Maybe downloading the Pygame needs some time, so please install the Pygame right now, and then maybe we can start. But in this pre-class session, we don't need to use Pygame. Only Pygame will be used in the exercise course and lab session course. So if you install the Pygame, you can confirm. You can check whether your Pygame was or installed successfully or not using pygame.init function, like this figure. So if you install the Pygame, you can check your Pygame as shown in this figure using these two lines: import Pygame and pygame.init function. Okay, then let me start. First, I will explain about basic flow of Pygame, how to use the game using Pygame.
Kim.
How to make the game using Pygame.
Hello, Kim.
Like this figure. This figure explained show us basic flow of Pygame. Okay, we will. Okay. Sorry. Can you say again? Because I didn't hear your voice, but now I can.
No, it's okay. It's okay. You can continue.
Okay, thank you. Okay, I will explain more details for this basic flow. Let's think about some example. Do you? I think you guys know about Chrome Dinosaur game. When you use Google Chrome, when the network was disconnected to the your internet, then you can try the Chrome Dinosaur game. Initialization step is the first step of basic Python flow, basic Pygame flow. Initialization step is to set module and to set. Okay. I will. Initialization step first. We need to set the screen and set the object. In this case, the dinosaur will be object. And then there will be an event like listening or handling. So if you press the spacebar, then the dinosaur will jump. And then time goes automatically. This is an example of event. And then you can quit this game using when your internet connects successfully. So for the other example, you can find this procedure. This is a basic game flow.
So what's your name?
Hello.
Okay, then I will explain more details for the basic flow. First, initialization step is to set module and the surface and clock. This initialization step is to set module and to set surfaces and then to set clock. This is all the concept for the initialization. But you need to use this function as shown in this picture, but you will do it in exercise and lab session, so you don't need to remember right now. Maybe exercise session and lab session, they will explain about this function more details. So you don't need to this function right now. So far we did initialize the basic setting. We need setting the module and setting we did set the module and we did set the display and we did display and then we did set the clock. So and then we now to have turn on the infinite loop and make the end condition, because before the end condition the infinite loop will work. Like this code, we can start the write this code. We can start the infinite loop using screen fill function or display function and block function. But also, you don't need to remember this function right now. Exercise and lab session will explain this function as well. So next, we have to do event handling. Event handling is the example of event handling is mouse click or keyboard input. This is a common example of event handling. This is common code for event handling, but also you don't need to memorize it right now. You will be coding in exercise and lab session. So far this is our code, but you will coding in this code in the lab session or exercise session. And I will explain about more types of event handling. First, we can think keyboard input. When you play a game, you press the direction key or WASD. This is a common keyboard input. So like this code, you can like this code, you can insert the keyboard when you play a game. You can also draw shapes such as squares or circles anywhere you want in your screen. Drawing shapes is also can be an example of a event handling. The drawing object will be character or some background. This is a example code, but you don't need to memorize this. You will be coding in the lab session and exercise session. And you can float the rendered text anywhere you want in your screen also. This is an example code. And by clicking the mouse, you can draw the shapes like circles or squares where you want to draw. When we play a game, we use mouse usually. So clicking the mouse can be the common example of the event handling. Also, this is a sample code for mouse event handling, but you don't need to memorize it right now. So I briefly have reviewed what we will do today. Now let's do real coding in the exercise and lab session. Thank you for this week, and I feel this was really funny for me. So thank you for taking my class, even if it is poor. And then Jongmin will continue his exercise session. So thank you.
Okay. Hi, now I'm going to solve the exercise problems. Okay, so these are the exercise problems. We are not going to solve them all. We will solve some of them. First, let's solve exercise the problem 1, 1.1, and 1.2. Okay, so the first problem is to make a rectangle on your screen and move it with your keyboard. Okay, so just a second, I'll make a new project. Can you see the screen? My PyCharm screen? Okay, thank you. So I'll make a new file. Problem 1.1. Okay, so we must make a rectangle and move it with the keyboard. So first we should import Pygame. And we should we should initialize it. We should start it. Okay, so now we should make a screen. Before that, we will set the size of the screen and the box.
Hello? Hello? Hello?
Okay, yes. Do you have a question?
Yeah, can you show how to install the Pygame?
How to install Pygame?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm not sure.
Okay. You should install Pygame. So please follow what I'm doing. So here, click File. Just it's very similar to the process of installing OpenCV you did yesterday. It's just
Okay.
another library. So click File.
Yeah.
You can see the screen, right?
Yeah, I can see.
Okay. And here, click Project. And here you have Project Interpreter.
Okay.
Click it. And then you will see this plus sign here or somewhere here, and somewhere on your screen. Then click it and search Pygame. And here you have your Pygame library on the list. This one. Click install package.
Okay. Give me a second. I'll go back.
Okay, so it's installing now. Okay, so it's installed successfully. You can see it on the list of your installed libraries. Oh, why is it different? It doesn't matter. Anyway, if did you install?
Is running. So
Okay, okay. Did you guys finish installing?
you can continue. You continue.
Okay.
It is done. I'll let you know.
If you're finished successfully, then you can see it on the list here.
Okay.
Okay, so I'll continue. Please let me know if you have any problems. Okay, so we are making a screen and a box we will draw a box on the screen. Are you guys finished? I think maybe I can wait for a couple of more minutes.
Kim. Hello, Kim.
Oh, yes.
Those of us using the Mac, it looks as if I'm having a.
Oh, then could you come here help session? Then I can help you. I will move to the help session.
Okay. Go to the break room. Breakout rooms. Okay.
Okay, so may I continue? Did you install Pygame? Okay, thank you. Okay, so okay, thank you. So we set some parameters. And we make a screen. Here you should insert it as a tuple. You should not miss this parenthesis. And we set a clock. Okay, now we just made our screen. And now we keep turning our while loop. You can just put true here to keep it, to loop it forever. So what we want to do is move the box if we press the direction key. If we press any of the direction key. So if we detect, so we should detect an event. But before that, we should write these lines. I'll explain it after I write it. Okay, so what this means is that this quit is equivalent to clicking this X button here. So if these lines are just for closing the window. We do not omit these lines, then we cannot close the screen even if we click this. So this is just for terminating the program. So that's not the main point of our program. So now we keep doing with our keyboard. So if we press a key, so what we are doing here is if we detect an event, then we determine what kind of event it is. And if it is the pressure of a, so if that is a pressed key, then we will do something, we'll do a job to our box. So now we know that a key is pressed, then now we should determine which key is pressed. So these are codes for a key. When you want to, so this means just the right key, the right direction key. And for an alphabet key, you can write like KA. This means the key A key. Anyway. So if we press the right key, then we should move the box to the right. But we should also make the box stay in the screen. And we should add one more variable, move. Let's just do it 5. This move will be the movement of the box for each movement when we press the key. Anyway. And we also will make some variables. This will be the location of the box. So the x plus size will be the, I'll explain it in whiteboard. So like here we have our screen. This is width and this is height. And we have our box here somewhere on the screen. So this point, oh no. This point here will be the coordinate of the box. Right. Oh, it's hard to draw. Let's say it's x comma y. And in Pygame, the directions are calculated in starting from here. This is 0, 0. And the first parameter goes along this direction, and the second parameter goes along this direction. Okay. So it will be better to write like y comma x. It depends on just your preference. Anyway. Okay, so we should keep the box inside the screen. Can you understand what this statement means? So if I press the right key and then we will move the box to 5 pixels to the right, but it must still stay in the box. X plus size is the coordinate of the right edge of the box, and move is the coordinate of the right edge if we move it. So if we this might be better. So it must still stay in the screen even if after we move it. You got it? Please let me know if you have any questions or if I'm too fast. So we can do the same for other 3 direction keys. We can just copy this line and change it. So then what about if we press the left key? Then we will, then now we should check whether the left edge of the box will stay in the box, in the screen. X minus move will be the x coordinate of the box after we move it, and it must be 0 or greater than 0 in order to stay in the screen. If it satisfies, then we can reduce the coordinate of x by move, which is 5. In the same way, if we press the up key, then now we should check the y direction. If we press up key, then the y coordinate must be reduced because because I said that the y coordinate increases as downward. So then what will be this? This is, it will be like this. And then down key. Then it must be y plus size plus move. This will be the y coordinate of the bottom edge of the box, and it must stay in the screen, so it must be less than height of the box. If it satisfies this condition, then we can increase the y coordinate of the box by move. All right, so these are the jobs we do each time we press the key. Then now we should fill our screen to, let's say, black. 0,0,0 is the color of black, and we should draw on the black screen, or we should draw a square on the black screen. So on our screen is our display, name of our display. You can give any name for this. Why do I have this? I don't know. I'll take care of it later. And you can set a color, let's say green, or any other color. This will be cyan, the mixture of green and blue. And then these are the left top corner coordinate of the box. And these are the height and width of the box. We'll make it as a square, so we use same value for them. And we define width. If we define the width of the box, this is the width of the edge of the box. If we define it as 0, then it will be a square with filled inside. Oh, okay. Okay, now we should show it on our screen. So this, we display it on the screen and wait for 30 milliseconds. I guess it will work. Let's try running this. I got an error. This will be a comma. I got another error. This must be flip, not filled. Oh, now I have a box. Edit moves as I press the direction key. And each color is cyan, the mixture of green and blue. Sorry, maybe you couldn't see the screen. I'll show you the screen. This is my Pygame window, and you can see the box moving as I press the direction keys. And if it reaches the any end of the screen, it will be blocked because I checked whether any of its edges are outside of the screen, and so it will always stay inside the screen. And it moves 5 pixels every time I press the key. That 5 was the move variable was 5, and that means how much it will move each time I press the key. Okay. And now you see the code again. This one. 아이고, 안 돼. 안 돼. Can you see the screen, right? Okay. Now let's keep doing on the second problem, 1.2. It's quite similar. The only difference is that box will fall down. So we will reuse this code. What we should do is that we should increase the y coordinate as it falls down, and we should stop it when it reaches the bottom of the screen, and the velocity of the box should be increased. So we will set 2 more variables, v and a. You can guess that these are velocity and acceleration. we have constant acceleration on a free fall movement, as you may know. Let's say 3. So before we move the box, we will drop the box. So velocity will be increased by acceleration. Okay. Okay, Papa. Do you have any questions with the first code, or do you need time to write it down?
Yes.
Okay. Oh, sorry. Would you like to see the whole screen?
Yes.
I guess this part is what you would like to see. Yes, Derek. Do you have any question? Can you go? Okay. Can you go to the help session and Do-hoon will help you? Okay. If your box doesn't move down, then I guess you made some mistake somewhere here. Maybe you mistake the sign, this sign, or X or Y. Try to find the problem. Okay, did you wrote the code down? I'll upload this code, or yeah, so that you can see it again on the website, our itinerary site. I will upload the solutions for the problems after the class. Okay, so now I'll go on to the next problem. Since we don't have that much time, I will show the code that I have already made. Can you see the screen? If you didn't wrote down the code, then don't worry, I'll upload it. So this is the second problem, which deals with the free for of the box. So here we have two variables, a and free. So each time we increase the velocity of the box since it is accelerated. So and then we detect whether the box will stay inside the screen after a frame, after a movement. If it still stays inside the screen, then we can just drop the box by 3. Here 3 is the velocity, so it is the displacement of the displacement in y direction for each frame. Okay, you understand what this line means? Okay, and then if it moves, if it gets outside of the box of the screen, then we just put it at the just bottom line of the screen. Here we subtract by side of the box because y is the coordinate of the top of the box. So there will be a gap between the top of the box and the bottom of the screen, which is the side of the box. And we set 3 as 0. Yes, this is the only difference. Anything else will be same. So now I'll run this code. You see? And oh, it's just because that the parameter for gravity is too strong. maybe I can H1, but so I'll change the movement per each key I increase it, so yes, I can still move the box, but the gravity is too strong, so I cannot move it any higher. Anyway, it works. You can see that. You can't see. Sorry. Sorry, my mistake. Okay, so here's my box. I can still move it, but if I move it upward, it falls down. And it is accelerated. It does not move in a constant speed. Yeah, the gravity is too strong. I can change it by changing the parameters. All right, that's all. Oh. Okay. If you have any questions, let me know anytime. And then now, problem number 2, which is making a button and change it if the mouse pointer is on the button. I'll show you this first. It works like this. If I put my mouse pointer on this box, then it color changes. But nothing happens if I click it. I didn't implement it yet, but you can implement it. Like if you click it, then it disappears and another screen appears like that. Okay, so now I'll explain my code. I'll briefly explain it. So I made a class button, which has member variables, X size, Y size, name, font, and color. So X size and Y size is just the size of the box you just see. And name is the string inside the box. It was login. And font is the font of the word inside the box. And color is just the color of the box and the word. And we have a function, a method, draw button, which draws this button on the screen. So we draw the rectangle with the given color, with this location and size, and with width of 2. It's the thickness of the line. And then we print this text with same color. Here we have made, where is it? Here we already defined the font here. So we used it again here. Yes, these lines are printing the text. So what we do is that we keep looping on this while loop, and we determine whether our mouse pointer is inside the box or not. This where is it? This statement get post function gets the location of your mouse pointer as a tuple. So post 0 will be the y coordinate of the box. No. X. And post 1 will be y coordinate of the box. That's very I don't know. I guess that's right. You can check it by yourselves. Anyway, you can determine whether it's in the box or not by comparing their coordinates. So if you determine it's inside the box, then you call draw button function, which draws the box and the word with this color, which is green. And if it is not, if the mouse pointer is not in the box, then you call the same function, the draw button function, with red color. Okay, that's all. You got it? Are you following? If I'm too fast or something, please let me know immediately. Okay. Is there any specific part that you would like to hear again? Okay. Then I'll briefly explain from the beginning again. So what we've done is first we define a class, the button class, which will make a button of with the shape of a square and a word inside it. So this button class has these variables about the width and height, x size, y size are width and height, and name, which is the name of the word inside it, is simply the word, and font of the word, and color. And it has a function which will just simply print it on our Pygame screen when it is called with the given input color. So we made an object of this button class, which is my button. So remember, the class is kind of a definition of a type. It's kind of a it's just kind of set of variables and functions. It's definition of a data type, kind of. An object is something that actually exists with that defined data type. So we defined the button class and made my button, which actually exists with this size, this width, and this height, and the word login inside it. So after that, we keep looping our while loop, and we determine whether our mouse pointer stays inside the button or not. We can determine it by comparing the X and Y position of mouse pointer with the coordinate of the box. So if we determine that it stays inside the box, we call draw button function of my button. And remember, draw button function draws just print our button on the Pygame screen with input color. So if our mouse pointer is inside the button, then we print it with green color, 0 to 55, 0, which is green. But otherwise, if our mouse pointer stays outside of the box, we call this function with red. So this is what happens. Okay, good. We have our rectangle and a word in it. And if mouse pointer gets inside, we compare the coordinates. And we now know that it's inside the box, and we change the color. If it's outside the box, we just print it as red. If inside, we print it green. Okay. Ask me anytime if you have any questions or you're confused. Okay, now I'll just do just one more problem briefly. Problem 3. Here we have a box and other boxes on the screen. And if our moving box collide with another box, then it will disappear. I'll show you. Here, my box is this blue box. It moves. And those two green boxes just stays on the screen. And when this blue box touches, it should, wait a second. It's supposed to print a message, but anyway, it disappears. Yeah, just like that. So I'll briefly explain my code. So it's basically a variation of 1.1, problem 1.1. We move the box. And before that, we draw some squares on the screen. So squares is a tuple or a list of tuples which contains information of the locations of each squares. So this 50,10 is the location coordinate of those green boxes, and this true means that it has not been touched by my moving blue square. So if it's true, we print it on the screen, and when my blue box touches it, we change that value as false, and we do not print it anymore. And it's supposed to print a message, but I'm confused why it's not working. Just a second. Hmm. I don't know. Anyway, maybe you can fix it. So what I'm doing is just basically quite similar to what I've done until now. I compare the coordinates and check whether the boxes have collided. And if they collided, I change that this Boolean value, which means which shows whether the box has been collided or not. I change that as false, which means the box has collided and should not be printed anymore. Yeah, and then I try to write this message, which is gotcha on the screen, but it does not work. You can fix it. Yeah, you can do that. Yeah. Yeah, that's all. Wait. Okay. Yeah, that's just be so those are all very similar. You get the coordinates and change them, and you can determine by comparing the values of coordinates to determine whether it stays in a specific location or yeah, it touches something else. So yeah, that's all. That's all for today. And do you have any questions? Okay, so yeah, we'll have 5-minute break time. And today is our last class. I'm so it's an honor to teach you guys. I was so happy to meet you and teach you guys. I hope you learned a lot in this class. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you for all. Okay, that's all for my class, and Yun-sung will will do lab session after 5 minutes. Thank you too. Thank you. Okay.